This is WWP Weekly Wrestling Podcast.
I'm here with the punk rock ragdoll. I'm here with Heidi Lovelace. How's it going?
I'm going good. How's it going with you, man?
I'm doing very, very well. You're here today at Alpha-1 Wrestling to take on one Seleziya Sparx, a women's match that a lot of people are anticipating. Talk a little bit about it.
I faced Seleziya a long time ago. I think it was about a year and a half ago over in Chicago. And I don't think that we both had the experience that we do now. And we both have come into contact with a little bit of intergender wrestling.
I noticed that.
So we're both no strangers to that. So I would say that we're both pretty much, I would say, two of the toughest broads in the sport. And,
No question.
I'm pretty excited about it. I'm pretty excited to see, what she's got. I'm going to do my best to evade her, what's the crunch thing?
The Queen Suplex?
Whatever it is. I don't know. I'm going to
Avoid anything.
Her picking me up in general. She's kind of buff. Like maybe just a little, you know what I mean? But I'm not, suggesting anything, but she's kind of buff, she's kind of jacked, and so I'm going to go ahead and avoid being picked up by her.
Absolutely. You talk about experience. Let's talk about your experience in Japan. How did that go?
Yeah, it was awesome. I was over there. I worked for a company called Stardom. I worked there for about 3 months. And I worked with some of the best Japanese women that the country had to offer, and so it was awesome. It was a really humbling experience for me. I got to train at the 01 dojo, which was awesome. Meet some of the 01 guys, and it was just an amazing experience. It was a really like a life changer for me. I feel like, so it was awesome.
What's the atmosphere like compared to North American wrestling?
They hit you a lot harder. That was the first thing that I learned. After I, popped my jaw back into place. But just the culture in general is very, not that it's not, respected here, but it's a different kind of crowd. When they enjoy something, it's a very soft golf clap as opposed to the drunken rowdy ones that we're about to see tonight. So it's a different atmosphere. I wouldn't say it's better, I wouldn't say it's worse, it's just different, and it's cool to see how different countries react to, the sport of professional wrestling.
Yeah, absolutely. A couple of weeks ago, I was a part of the AAW Shimmer weekend. The first night, you got to take on Nicole Matthews, and I thought that was one of the better matches on the show. Talk a little bit about facing Nicole Matthews and your history in the ring with her.
I've wrestled her once. It was probably one of my first times at Shimmer, making it to the main roster, and then to come back, my first match coming home from Japan was awesome, and having a shot at the title was fantastic.
It just didn't go your way, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, because of, I don't really know the language barriers on your show, but because of that twat, Allison Kay, she kind of screwed me out of that title, so kind of lost focus of the title and more focus on my vengeance toward Allison, I would say.
And then something else coming up for you as well, June 6th, Give Divas a chance for Smash Wrestling. Talk a little bit about that show.
Smash was actually the first show I actually did here in Canada, and I really, really enjoyed that. And we actually, I was a part of the Canada versus USA Canada thing, and I wrestled Angie Sky, who I had never come into contact with a lot. We wrestled in Shimmer, but she was very, very early on in her career. But we just beat the holy hell out of each other. Like, I'm pretty sure my chest was like bloody afterwards. We chopped the shit out of each other. So I'm looking forward to that. The match has been announced. I'm doing it again, and so I'm excited to ice my bruises and see what we can do.
Beyond Wrestling, another place you've been recently. Talk a little bit about Beyond Wrestling, Fet Music, what that environment is for professional wrestling.
It's insane. That place is banana sandwich. Like, I had been in an environment where I wrestled in front of like wrestlers that were surrounding the ring, but never fans. So I got in the opportunity to wrestle Brian Fury at my debut this past time I was there.
It was a fantastic match.
It was so much fun, and he's really, like, if I can go ahead and put this out there, he is so underrated. Like, if you don't know who he is, please find out who Brian Fury is.
One of the best out of New England.
He really is, and he was awesome. He gave me an awesome debut match. He chipped my tooth. That happened. He hit me so hard that my head hit the mat. I bit down and I was spitting out pieces of my tooth. That happened. But it was an awesome experience. I went over to the corner after I was in pain, and I like turned to my right, and there was just some dude staring me right in the face. So I just grabbed him by the shirt, and I was like, "Ow!" Like, so it was weird to have them just right there. But it's an awesome, just like intimate environment that I liked a lot.
Absolutely. Intergender wrestling, you touched base on it earlier. What are your thoughts on intergender wrestling and what it brings to the business?
Oh, there's so many people who don't have a very positive opinion about intergender wrestling. And everybody is entitled to their opinion. If you don't like it, if it's not for you, that's totally cool. I think that along with any style of wrestling, I feel like intergender, death matches, lucha, English, like they're all different types of styles that make this business so beautiful and what it is. And I think it has its place and it has its time and it has its audience. And I feel like if we can do it and we can do it well, that it can change the world.
That's very, very true. Very, very true. Changing the business one step at a time.
Trying, man.
If there's anything you want to throw out there, whether it be upcoming dates, merchandise, you name it, you want to throw to your fans, feel free to do it.
Yeah, man. If you want to give me a checkout, I am on Pro Wrestling Tees. I'm going to have some new designs coming up pretty soon. My Twitter handle at Heidi Lovelace, Instagram at Heidi Lovelace, Facebook Heidi Lovelace. Real easy to remember. But yeah, I just keep your eye out. I'm coming up in. Chikara's coming up, Anniversario. I'll be, teaming with Dasher and Icarus and Mr. Touchdown, so that'll be good times. And yeah, just keep your eye out, and because I'm coming, I'm back, I'm home, and I'm ready to take over the world.
Welcome back to Canada. Hopefully we get you much, much more up here.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.